Hello, everyone. Thanks for the moderator for the introduction. My great pleasure to have this opportunity to share you some of our artificial intelligence work in the area of healthcare. In particular, due to time limit, I only introduce the techniques that we have developed and applied in the epidemic of COVID-19. There are indeed quite a few new technologies that being used for combating COVID-19, but we didn't have those for previous outbreaks. Here are some examples I'd like to share today. The first one is a CT image analysis solution, which is a fast, accurate, as well as convenient way to diagnose COVID-19 infection. When a new disease starts to spread, fast and accurate testing is very important. Typically, we need some time to get the test kit ready, especially for a high throughput solution. While if we use CT scan images to diagnose those diseases, we only need algorithms to recognize the new thing because we already have CT machines. We already have CT scan image for the suspicious cases. So technology here is to use the latest visual AI technology as shown in this short video clip to automatically determine whether the case is a COVID-19 infection or a common infection by other type of viruses or germs. Typically, it is very fast and accurate. The number we have in China is the accuracy can be as high as 99%. And we have analyzed over 800,000 people in total in more than 600 hospitals in China. Here shows the whole technology, whole process, which is quite simple. And here is the right side shows the free cloud-based CT imaging analysis service offered by Alibaba. The second technology is whole genome sequence analysis using distributed computing technology. The most commonly used testing approach is PCR test, but the false negative rate is still high as it only checks 2 or more positions in the gene sequence. Whole genome analysis instead will do a full comparison between the test sample and the known genes of the virus. It is indeed computationally intensive and time consuming because we're comparing 2 very long sequences to find matched segments. By using distributed computing technology and optimized comparison algorithms, we can shorten the comparison time from 2 to 3 hours to 10 minutes, which makes the whole test can complete in 14 hours. It seems the time is still long, but already much shorter than existing approaches, which typically takes 2 to 3 days. One unique part of whole genome analysis for diagnosing COVID-19 is that the accuracy is close to 100% correct, and it is tolerant to errors during sampling and sequencing, as well as gene mutations. In addition, using the same technology, we can analyze the structure of proteins, and this helps accelerate the development of drugs and vaccines. The first 2 are all about the testing. The third example is epidemic prediction, which is based on big data technology. This solution is not to cure the infection directly, but provide data to policymakers and medical institutions to make informed decisions and take appropriate actions, such as keeping social distance, putting on masks, travel advisories in time to contain the spread of the virus. As other epidemic, COVID-19 spreading trends can be characterized by mathematical models as long as we know some key parameters such as infection rate, recovery rate, incubation rate. Based on publicly available data, such as the ones we listed here, we can estimate epidemic size, peak time, lasting days, and so on. The system also offers different predictions based on major events or policy changes provided by the country or region. For example, how strict the social distance restriction is executed. And based on our practices in China, the epidemic prediction service is able to achieve 98% accuracy with only 2-day lead time for generating the prediction report, and to offer more than 60 days forecast for epidemic trends. The fourth example is about communication and knowledge sharing based on natural language processing technology. Here are two possible ways to use the technology. One is question answering. That means the general public can submit their questions to the robot using text or speech, which can be an app or can be an intelligent speaker. Then the robot will reply automatically with relevant answers to the questions. Another way to use it is to automate translation, which enables people to communicate efficiently almost in real time, even they are speaking different languages. Knowledge and experience sharing is one of the best prescription to combating the virus. The next one is cloud computing. It does not directly help retain the virus spread, but it is the platform to enable fast development, fast deployment, and scalable service for a variety of technologies to curb the spread. This is also why we are able to deliver the CT image analysis service in 2 to 3 days and make it serve more than 600 hospitals in a few weeks. As April 8, we have seen more than 20 countries and areas, hospitals and medical institutions ask for support from Alibaba Cloud. Sorry, I don't have the latest number about that. Okay, these are the examples that people are using to combating epidemic, which we didn't have in the past. Technologies were not ready at that time. During this special time, rapid innovation is super important. The first thing we learned is that we'd better start to prepare for emergencies when we're still okay. That is repairing the roof on sunny days. Even looks like the applications of the technology is still in early stage, we should invest before we actually need it. So based on our existing technology, we create the new versions for combating COVID-19 very soon, including the CT image analysis, genome analysis, question answering, and epidemic prediction. The second thing we learned is that we move in parallel. We need to move in parallel. As our goal is to work out a scalable solution that can be used by many customers. From the first day, we need to think multiple things simultaneously: data collection, model definition, parameter modeling, parameter learning, verification, engineering part, deployment, user interface, and the computation resource, third-party dependencies, etc. We couldn't afford to run it sequentially because of the time limit. The earlier we can work out a solution, the more lives we may save. The third thing is using latest technology. For example, in the epidemic prediction solution, besides using conventional models for the parameters, we also tried to use deep learning to estimate those parameters, which generates very promising result. And our prediction accuracy is as high as 98 in China. The last, but not the least, point is to know the most important thing during this period. This is to help curb the virus spread, to save lives instead of commercial considerations, for example, the cost and the return. Again, I'm from DAMO Academy of Alibaba Group. Thank you.